Book 22, The Death of Hector. Thus the Trojans in the city, scared like fawns, wiped the sweat from off of them and drank to quench their thirst, leaning against the goodly battlements, while the Uchians, with their shields laid upon their shoulders, drew close up to the walls. But stern fate bade Hector stay where he was before Ilium, and the Scalion gates. Then Phoebus Apollo spoke to the son of Peleus, saying, "Why, son of Peleus, do you who are but man, do chase me who am immortal? Have you not yet found out that it is a god whom you pursue so furiously? You did not harass the Trojans whom you had routed, and now they are within their walls, while you have been decoyed hither away from them. Me you cannot kill, for death can take no hold upon me." Achilles was greatly angered and said, "You have balked me, far daughter, most malicious of all gods, and you have drawn me away from the wall where many another would have bitten the dust ere he got within Ilium. You have robbed me of great glory and have saved the Trojans at no risk of yourself, for you have nothing to fear, but I would indeed have my revenge if you were in my power to do so." On this, with fell intent he made towards the city, and as the winning horse, in the chariot race, strains every nerve when he is flying over the plain, even so fast and furiously to the limbs of Achilles bear him onwards. King of Priam was first to notice him as he skirted the plain, all radiant as the star which men call Orion's hound, and whose gleams blaze forth in time of harvest more brilliantly than those of any other that shines by night. Brightest of them all, though he be, he yet bodes ill for mortals, for he brings fire and fever in his train. Even so did Achilles' armor gleam on his breast as he sped onwards. Priam raised a cry and beat his head with his hands as he lifted him up, and shouted out to his dear son, imploring him to return. But Hector still stayed before the gates, for his heart was set upon doing battle with Achilles. The old man reached out his arms towards him and bade him, for pity's sake, come within the walls, Hector, he cried. "My son, stay not to face this man alone and unsupported, for you will meet to death at the hands of the son of Peleus. For he is mightier than you, monster that he is, would indeed have the gods love him no better than I do, for so dogs, vultures, would so soon devour him as he lay stretched on earth, and a load of grief would be lifted from my heart, for many a brave son has he left from me, either by killing them or selling them away in the islands that are beyond the sea. Even now, I miss two sons from among the Trojans who have thrown the city, Lycaon and Polydorus, whom thou, though furious among women, bore me. Should they be still alive in the hands of the Phrygians, we will ransom them with gold and bronze, of which we have stored for the old man, Alcest, endowed his daughter richly. But if they are already dead in the house of Hades, sorrow will it be to us to whom were their parents, albeit the grief of others will be more short-lived, unless you two perish at the hands of Achilles. Come then, my son, within the city to the guardian of Trojan men and Trojan women, where you will both lose your life and afford a mighty triumph to the son of Peleus. Have pity also on your unhappy father, while life yet remains to him. On me, the son of Cronus, will destroy my terrible doom on the threshold of old age. After I have seen my sons slain, my daughters stowed away as captives by bridal chambers pillaged, little children dash at earth amid the rage of battle, my sons' wives dragged away by the cruel hands of the Phrygians, and fierce hounds will tear me in pieces at my own gates. After someone has beaten the life out of my body with sword or spear hounds, that I myself, reared and fed at my own table to guard my gates. But who will yet lap my blood and then lie all distraught at my doors? When a young man falls on a sword in battle, he may lie where he is. There is nothing unseemly. Let what will be seen, all is honorable in death, that when an old man is slain, there is nothing in the world more pitiable than the dogs that should defile his grey hair and beard, and all that men hide for shame. The old man tore his grey hair as he spoke, but he moved not the heart of Hector. His mother hard by wept and moaned, aloud as she bared her bosom, and pointed to the breast which he had suckled him. "Hector," she cried, weeping bitterly the while, "Hector, my son, spurn not this breast, but have pity upon me too. If I have ever given you comfort from my own bosom, think on it now, dear son, and come within the wall, protect us from this man. Say not without to meet him. Should the wretch kill you, neither I nor your richly dowered wife shall ever weep tear offshoot of myself over the bed on which you lie. For dogs will devour you at the ships over the Phaeacians." Thus the two, with many tears, employ their son, but they moved not the heart of Hector, and he stood his ground, awaiting Achilles as he drew nearer towards him. As a serpent in its den among upon the mountains, full fed with deadly poisons, waits for the approach of man, he is filled with fury, and his eyes glare terribly as he goes riding round his den. Even so Hector leaned his shield against the tower that jutted out from the wall, and stood where he was, undaunted. "Alas," said he to himself, in the heaviness of his heart, "if I go within the gates, Polymas will be the first to heap reproach upon me, for it was he that urged me to lead the Trojans back to the city on the awful night when Achilles again came forth against us. I would not listen, but it would have been indeed better if I had done so. Now that my folly has destroyed the host, I dare not look Trojan men and Trojan women in the face, lest a worse man should say, Hector has ruined us by his self-confidence. Surely it would be better for me to return after having fought Achilles and slain him, or to die glorious here before the city. What again, if I were to lay down my shield and helmet, lean my spear against the wall and go straight up to noble Achilles, if I were to promise to give up Helen, who was the fountainhead of all this war, and all the treasure that Paris brought with him in the ships of Troy, and to let the Achaeans divide the half of everything that the city contains among themselves, I might make the Trojans by the mouths of their princes take a solemn oath that they would hide nothing, but would divide into 2 shares all that is within the city. But why urge with myself in this way, were I to go up to him, he would show me no more kind of mercy. He would kill me then and there as easily as though I were a woman. When I had off my armor, there was no parleying with him from some rock or oak tree, as young men and maidens rattle with one another. Better fight him at once, and know to which of us Zeus will vouchsafe victory. Thus did he stand and ponder, but Achilles came up to him, as it were, Ares himself, whom lord of battle, from his broad shoulder, he brandished his terrible spear, Pelean ash, and bronze gleamed around him, like flashing fire or the rays of the rising sun. Fear fell upon Hector as he beheld him, and he dared not stay longer where he was, but fled in dismay from before the gates, while Achilles darted after him at his utmost speed, as a mountain falcon, swiftest of all birds, swoops down upon some cowering dove. The dove flies before him, but the falcon with a shrill scream follows close after, resolved to have her. Even so did Achilles make straight for Hector with all his might, while Hector fled under the Trojan wall as fast as his limbs could take him. On they flew along the wagon road that ran hard by under the wall, past the lookout station, and past the weed and beaten ground filled with the big tree, till they came to 2 fair springs which feed the river's commander. One of these 2 springs is warm, and the steam rises from it as smoke from burning fire, but the other, even in summer, is as cold as hail or snow, or the ice that forms on water. Here hard by the springs are the goodly washing troughs of the stone, where the town peace before the coming of the Phrygians and the wives daughters of the Trojans used to wash their clothes, past the days that they fly, the one in front of the other giving chase behind them. Good was the man that fled, and the better far the sea that followed after, and swiftly indeed did they run for the prizes nowhere. These were sacrificed or bullocks had, as it might be for common foot race. But they ran for lack of Hector, As horses in chariot race sped round the turning post, when they are coming, running from some great prize, a tripod woman at the games in honor of some dead hero, so did these two run full speed very times round the city of Priam. All the gods watched them, the sire of the gods, and men were the first to speak. Alas, said he, my eyes behold a man who is dear to me, being pursued round the walls of Troy. My heart is full of pity for Hector, who has burned the thigh bones of many a hiker in my honor.